How can you create a folder structure or a project structure that will be able to support any project, any product of any type, of any size? How can you ensure that even if you have started with a very small product today, when it keeps on growing down the line, you will not have to refactor it a lot in terms of project structure, and your existing project structure, your existing folder file structure will be able to perfectly support it. This is the third video in this project structure series, and today we are taking a look at a real life project, a project that I have built in Frontend, built using Next.js, and we will go through the project structure to understand the different sorts of file and folder organizations, to understand the actual way that we organize this. This is the third video in the series. If you have not watched the first two, then please go ahead and watch them first, because without the in those two videos I have discussed the fundamentals and details. Without those fundamentals, you will not be able to fully relate to this video. So please go ahead and watch them, then come back and you will have a better time. As far as why you should listen to me goes, hello, I am Shubhajit Ghosh. I am a full stack software engineer with more than 6 years of experience. So let's have a look at this project in Frontend that I have built and understand together. Okay. So if you see in this Next.js project, simple folders in the root. So in the root, I have a github.github folder for different workflows, editor settings folder, node modules, public, source, different sorts of environment files, formatting files, package.json, nothing crazy here, right? The real magic is inside the source folder. So in the first two videos, I have discussed about the global part and the local part, basically what you should put where, right? So if you see under the source, so inside, let's say in the root level, I have app, which is basically the different sorts of navigation routes in Next.js. Then I have components, constants, hooks. Does not, just keep in mind, all of these folders does not have to be present in your project. It depends if you need them or not. So depending on your need, you may need more folders, and you may not need some of these. So depending on the project, right? Okay. So if you go inside app, that means inside a specific route in Next.js, you will find, let's say I have an admin page. Inside admin also you will find folders like components, data, hooks. So similar type of folder that I have outside, let's say here. The reason is because you will be able to understand it much better if you follow me for the first two videos, which is these particular folders, the root level folders, contain components or logic that is used in multiple routes, in multiple places, even if they are not related. So that is why they are in the parent, in the root level. But if it is scoped inside any folder, let's say if it is scoped inside admin only, that means these particular components or hooks or particular, let's say, services types are getting used inside admin only. So just by looking at the folder structure, just by looking at it, it will be able to tell which particular component is getting used at which level, right? So that is the goal of it. Now there are some things which you do not need to pay that much attention, because some of you might question why there is a underscore in front of it. It's just a Next.js convention to make Next.js understand that this is not a route, this is the supporting folder. So don't think too much about it. And other than that, you will see there are also folders, let's say like this, auth and component. So I have not put them outside. The reason is because they are, let's say, the different sorts of components that is getting used in different layouts, right? This component that I have used, this is specifically like building blocks. That's why they are out. But these are not building blocks. These are like pre-made components, pre-made UI level things that are already getting used inside different sorts of layouts. That's why it is there, right? So the only thing that you need to keep in mind is, just by looking at your folder, just by looking at your project, you should be able to clearly differentiate in between what is getting used at which level. If you keep on following this, then I can assure you that your project will keep on growing in size, but you will not mess up. Now, some of you may have questioned that in the beginning, how you will understand like where to keep which thing. Because obviously when I was also a junior, I ended up, let's say, putting one folder or one function or one component in one place. But after a few days down the line, I discovered that I need that in other places as well. So I had to move it or restructure it. The only answer to this question is a lot of coding, a lot of practice. Initially, I used to do it, let's say 6 or 5 out of 10 times. Right now, I do 2 or 3 out of 10 times. So with practice, it will get better, and the longer you do it, the more you will have an idea of which function will go where, how you should architect your project. So this is just about practice, and it will come with the, like, let's say, passing of time. But if you can master this skill, trust me, your project will become so easy to maintain, so easy to handle in the long run. If you have any question regarding this architecture, if you have any question regarding this particular folder structure that I have shown, please drop them in the comment section. I will be more than happy to cover them. And the next video, the fourth video in this series, is going to be we taking a look at the backend architecture of a backend project. And till then, stay tuned. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks.